You see the accumulation of 6 is 52 and the annual is 63. If I could sell that property for 15 times gross, $945 would be the selling price. Everybody read that top line up there? These are how wild these gross multipliers can be. Now, are they fine-tuned measurements? Of course not. But they're close enough for the industry. And agents like them because they can't do the math on capitalization, so they like these. That's a joke. A lot of my jokes don't get laughed at, especially by the agents. I hardly ever get laughed at by them. No, I like agents. Gross multiplier is a very simple mathematical equation here, which simply says that if a property like under 10 times gross there, on the left would, if 6 units rented for $685, that's about typical. You can't hardly buy anything in renting right now for under 7 or 8. Used to be 5, 7 or 8, because things have gone up. Once in a while, Don bought one that was about 5.5 or 6, and it was a dog. We took some folks at Fixer Camp out to show. They didn't even want their picture taken near one of his units. God, they are ugly. But you know, Don's got them fixed up now, and they almost look like regular houses. You know, and there's certain benefits to Don's houses.
Yes.
They're wood frame houses. They got little roofs on them. Most of them don't leak at all. Got gas heaters. And there'd be no one in the world could ever be asphyxiated with the gas heater because the wind blows right through the walls at Don's place. Where you got that kind of circulation, you got no problem. That's a joke. But anyway.
Thank you, Jay.
You get the idea. But we use this chart here. Now, if I can, actually, this works very well, gang. This is not a gross multiplier sheet for your area at all. It may be similar, but you know what you've got to do? You've got to get with some realtors. You've got to figure out some rents, what things rent. How am I going to find out rents in all these little apartments? You're going to be a renter and call classified ads, and you're going to go look at a 2-bedroom, 800 square feet house. After you looked at about 20 of those, you're going to know what they rent for in your area, aren't you? You're going to know the variation. We got a little work to do here, gang. But once you learn it, it'll become second nature. Well, up in my town, my basic unit is about a 700, my money-making unit, really. This is not your family home, but we got a lot of young folks and a lot of seniors up in Reading. My best earning property for me is a 750-foot square 2-bedroom house. Little box. 2 bedrooms. It works good for the young kids, and it works good for the seniors. 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom inside. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Because we used to have walk about 50 feet, but I got over that. Up in Reading, you can do that. Now somebody said, well, Jay, you have to disclose. Disclose what? So you guys all hunked up in selling stuff. You got about 25 pages of disclosure. And if a brick is loose on the fireplace on $1 million house, you're responsible because you signed off. What kind of a business is that? See, I'm in a business to make money for me, not someone else. Inspection. You think I get me an inspection on these? Well, now if I were to buy a 6 times gross multiplier house, which is, I have to really find a rough one in Reading to do that, 6 units. you can see I would pay $170,000. That's really hard to find. Really, it didn't used to be, now hard to find, okay? If I could do that, what my goal is to do is raise the gross multiplier by 2 points. 2 points. If I do that, I create a different value because I've raised the rents with the improvement, and now I have a higher gross rent multiplier. This is a market situation. The house that I fix up that was a 6, because of what I did to it, raising the rents and the income, now is an 8 and will sell for 8 times gross. Can you see how much money now that might be worth? 316. My goal is to do this. My goal is to raise the gross rent multiplier by 2 points and the rents by 50% in a 24-month period. That's my goal. See how simple all this stuff is? See, I could have just wrote a letter to Mike here at the club and told him that, and I wouldn't have had to come on down here because I am wearing this outfit out, driving around so much. And the wear and tear and all that stuff. And we come down here, you know, in a wagon. It takes 4 days. But you see how that works? You learn the rents, what you can get, you pump up the values. Now, do you imagine that if you bought something for 6 times gross, down here for $170,000, 176, you put, say, 10% down and got financing, so maybe you're financing 150 of that. Now, in a period of a couple of years, you have it somewhere hovering around 8, worth about 316. You reckon if you got in some kind of a bind, you could borrow on that equity a little bit? Wouldn't somebody loan you? You don't owe you only owe 150. You reckon you got a little equity there? So you've got a little safety position there. I'm not recommending we sell, but I am telling you that there is some safety here. There is some safety here.